Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank. I'll be sitting here talking to you for a few minutes. As usual, I'm wearing clothes. I'm wearing a Rebecca t-shirt. Rebecca from Cyberpunk Edge Runners. She's a lolly. She's hot. She's the best girl. Rule 34. It's all about that lifestyle. We have another LOLcow, our second favorite LOLcow, mindlessly diapered, the adult woman who wears diapers, and thought it was a good idea to make a YouTube channel and document all her diaper loving antics. Remember, she has a man. I don't know if they're married, but she lives with her boyfriend slash husband. Don't know what it is. This is her lifestyle 24/7. Apparently there's nothing sexual about this. And if you notice, her arms and legs are covered in scars from cutting. Yeah, this is normal. Let's check it out.
Hi every baby. So I had a specific request in a comment on one of my videos to make a video about the pros and cons of being a 24/7 diaper baby. So
There should be no pros. It should be all cons. Yeah, so I live my life 24/7 as an adult baby. Yeah, nothing good happens. And it should be that simple.
some of you follow my other social medias and stuff like that, and you know that I am a baby 24/7 and I am also diapered 24.
No, you're crazy 24/7. You're a woman in her 20s. That's what you are. You're a woman. There's only two genders, so you're a woman. You're in your 20s, but you pretend to be a baby. Yeah, you're fucking crazy.
24/7. Some common questions I get about that are, am I incontinent? No, I'm not.
You know what? But when you watch later videos, she says she's incontinent. I don't know. Maybe something happened.
I don't have any medical need. But it is very comforting. It's not a sexual thing in the slightest for me.
Bullshit.
I get really anxious and they make me happy. So I went on the journey of wearing 24/7, honestly, without thinking about it a whole lot. I really, I didn't put a whole lot of thought into it when I first started, and it's been almost a year, and I haven't looked back.
Well, good job.
So this video is just going to be a quick little pro-con about being 24/7 from my eyes.
Okay.
Pros, I can go potty anywhere. That's always really nice because it's like,
Technically, in modern society, if you live in a modern, civilized society, like a first world country, you should be able to use the restroom anytime you want. If you're putting on a diaper just because you want to be able to use the restroom anytime you want, you can do that, right? Okay.
oh, I gotta pee, I'm peeing. And it's that simple. I never have to worry about finding a bathroom and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's so hard to find a bathroom. It's so hard to find a restroom in the city. I wonder if the business I go into has a restroom. Yeah, I doubt the mall has a restroom. I doubt the park has a restroom. I mean, come on. She's making any excuse.
Another pro is that it helps my anxiety a lot. Yeah. I don't get as scared. I get really bad public anxiety, and somehow my brain has worked it out to where if I'm wearing a diaper, I'm safe even though I'm in public.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. Okay? I feel safe. I feel safer. Okay, I have agoraphobia. I only feel safe when I wear a diaper. That makes no sense. That That's called cope. Because I've never imagine. Um, whatever. I'm afraid of heights. Unless I'm wearing a diaper. That's just weird. This is why having a father in the home is very important.
Whereas if I'm in public and I'm not wearing a diaper, I'm in all freak out mode. I feel exposed.
And
I
you
am
just
in the
shit
world
yourself.
around me. The world can get me. So my diapers are my protection. Like
Okay.
they they
So if she was a cop, she would wear a bulletproof diaper. Okay.
protect me from all the big bads in this crazy world. Um, Another pro. Hmm. Yeah,
That is a
I'm doing this off the top of my head, so
this is a I want to call a bargain bin human. Okay? This one's been returned to the store. Um, you know, it has that tag on it that says display. This is the human version of damaged goods. I, I want an interview with her husband because you're telling me he's been with her longer than a year, and she says she started this a year ago. So what do you do when you're dating someone, with someone, in a relationship with someone, and then all of a sudden, oh hey, I got this baby diaper kink where I pretend to be a baby 24/7 and I dress like a toddler. Is that cool with you? Yeah, I figured it was. I mean, what's going on, dude?
I apologize if it's a little bit scattered. Another pro for me is that it's just really cute and it makes me feel really small. It makes it really easy to go into baby space at absolutely any time. And I really love that. I'm naturally an age regressor, so I've always age regressed. But diapers definitely are a real important thing for me when it comes to that. Because have I always regressed? Will I always regress? Of course. Did diapers
What's going on? What does that say about her man? So I don't get it, dude. So she's in her 20s, but she regresses back to a baby, but this whole thing makes no sense. Like this is the ultimate like reaching, like this is mental gymnastics beyond Nadia Comaneci level. Like this is insane. Like nothing she says is a suitable answer. I wear diapers in public because they make me feel safe. I'm not going to pretend that's normal. I'm not even going to rationalize it. This person's insane.
add something different to my regression? Yes. And that it's really valuable. It's hard to explain what exactly they bring, but like they just help me feel smaller, more helpless, but in a good way. I feel like as adults, well, personally as an adult, I have spent a lot of time feeling helpless. Like there's too much that has an impact on my life that I don't have any control over. Um,
Yeah, like your um sense of respect. What the fuck? Look at all the assortment of diapers she has. I'm impressed. You know? Like let me count the different diapers. One. Well, I'm gonna base it on design. See, but she has them all stacked together, so I'm assuming these are the same type of absorb levels. I'm assuming she separates her diapers by, you know, like I drink a bottle of apple juice or I drink a cup of apple juice. So I'm assuming like some are like, heavy flow, or I'm gonna call them neglectful parents. Anyway, we'll change that diaper 2 days later.
And I think a lot of people feel that way. And somehow diapers kind of negate those feelings.
No,
And that's really important to me.
no,
The cons,
everything.
the ones I can think of off the top of my head are it, clothing choices need to be pretty specific. Consent is a really important thing. You don't want to expose anybody else to the fact that you're wearing a diaper.
Diaper consent? What? There's a thing called diaper consent, apparently. So apparently you have to get consent to let the person know if you're wearing diapers. Now that's a rough translation, because when you wake up in the morning and you put your diaper on, you're not going to ask anyone else if you could put your diaper on. But when you're out in public, you don't want to go like, "Hey, I'm wearing a diaper." Like, no, you want to get consent before you reveal that information. That's what she said. I'm just repeating.
Primarily because like diapers in itself are perfectly fine. Incontinence is a real thing that people do suffer from, but they do not want people to know.
Right.
Generally speaking,
Right.
they're
See,
not.
but you want people to know. That's why you have a YouTube channel with 34K subs and you're filming yourself wearing a diaper.
Trying to show people their diaper. They do everything they can to just make it seem like they're not wearing a diaper, like when someone looks at them. And that's how I try and approach it.
Okay.
Because I don't want other people to know necessarily.
Well, then why make this video? What is going on? Okay. Women make no sense.
That's not a thing for me. I know. I like knowing. So one of the cons is that I have to choose my clothes pretty carefully to make sure that I am appropriately hiding things.
What?
So another con is disposal. You always need to have a way to dispose of your diapers.
Stop. You mean after you use your diaper, you don't ball it up and put it in your pocket? Oh my God. Adult diaper disposal. Like, oh God.
That is really important. Now, generally the only place I go other than home is work. So at my work, I know what time the maintenance people change the trash, and I know that it is at the end of my shift. So I personally use the trash cans in my workplace bathroom, but I made sure I knew when they'd be changed before I started doing that, because like you don't want to throw your diaper in your workplace bathroom if it only gets changed every 3 days.
Oh my God. I mean, okay, she's saying this because she probably learned from experience. Like, she threw away her diaper. She thought the maintenance guy was going to come. Apparently, he's off on Fridays. Monday rolls around, and there's people like, "Hey, so who brought their, adult baby to work?" Because there's I don't know. Because I'm just assuming an adult-sized diaper must be way bigger than a kid-sized diaper. So I'm just saying, if someone saw that in the bathroom at your job, you'd be like, "What the hell's going on?" That would cause some problems. I don't know. Imagine living a life where this is an issue. I guess life is as hard as we want to make it. This is a perfect example of that. The only thing she has to do is wear anything but diapers. You know, some people wear boxers, some people wear briefs, panties, whatever. Just don't wear diapers. Use the restroom like a regular person, like, you know, in the bathroom, in the restroom, whatever. Probably break up with your boyfriend, husband, whatever, because why would you want to be with someone who wants to be with someone like you? Like take a step back and look at yourself and be like, "Oh my god, what the fuck? I wore diapers and I cut myself and I posted on YouTube. Only some crazy person would want to date me." I mean, just anyway.
You know, um, in that case, bring a Walmart bag, take it out to the dumpster. If you have that choice, a lot of people do.
No, they don't.
But yeah, Walmart bags will keep it pretty incognito.
So why is she throwing shade at Walmart? So she's saying if you're an adult that wears diapers for pleasure, you should throw it away in a Walmart bag if you're at a location where it would be weird to throw away a adult diaper.
Um, Another con is it's not really about wearing as much as it's about how I feel about wearing. I I can't really talk about it. Like I have all these social medias because it's so important to me and I want to talk about it. But the fact is being a diaper wearing adult baby is a little weird.
No shit. What do you say after that? Like,
It's unusual and it makes people uncomfortable. So a con to it would be that
what the
one of the
fuck?
most important aspects of my life is something that most people around me don't understand and I can't talk to them about. Um, that can be kind of hard, but there's a community of really great people online. And you guys really do help me feel a lot less alone. And that's really important.
Oh god.
No baby should ever have to feel alone. Um, so let me see. Everybody always asks me the question, do people notice that you crinkle? No.
Do people notice that you piss your pants in your diaper? Well, no, because the average person, the average adult, is not thinking that the person next to them is wearing a diaper, relieving themselves. That's because why would that cross your mind? Like, see, weird people think that normal people think like them. That's what makes weird people a problem, because weird people think they're normal. And you're just like farthest thing from it.
Oh, no, they don't. I believe, I honestly believe that that's a misconception that we have. We are wearing the diapers, so we can hear that. Most people cannot through our clothes. Like, even if like occasionally I'll be wearing pants and I'll hear like this swifty sound, this swift of like fabric moving against the plastic. Um, and at first I was a little conscious about that, like, oh, what if somebody noticed? But like, I I'm pretty certain that that's something that only we notice. Nobody else knows what that sound is. And it's not an unusual sound, if I'm being honest. A lot of clothes are made from materials that make that sound. Windbreakers, rain jackets, some basketball shorts, different kind of workout gear. So overall, like,
God, dude.
clothes in themselves can make really weird noises. So nobody notices the crinkles, and if somebody did notice that noise, they would not assume it's a diaper unless they know the sound of a diaper. So That's a good thing. Because I don't have to put it in the comments
The more she talks, the more repulsed I am.
list. Hi, Moose. I know. I see you. Um, excuse me, baby. Go. Go. Good boy. I'm trying to think of any other pros and cons for this list. Yeah, I think those really cover my biggest ones. On top of the pro and con list, well, I was going to say I'll give tips for 24/7, but honestly,
I don't want tips on how to wear a diaper. I don't.
that should be its own video because I've been 24/7 a while, and there are just certain things that I know make living 24/7 so much easier. And I can't wait to make a video to show that to all of you. Oh, while I'm here, I want to show you.
Dude, the cuts, the scars on her legs and arms are just driving me crazy.
My Tower of
Like,
Diapers.
yeah.
I love all of my diapers. It
I'm
makes
sure you
me
do.
really happy.
Yeah, you're so happy you have self-harm scars all over your thighs and forearms. You're so happy. You're so happy you're wearing diapers. You're so happy. Yes, you're so happy. Fucking retard.
At some point, I'm gonna do a video also where I'm like showing you all of the different diapers I have.
Okay.
So that'll be really fun. I hope every baby has a wonderful day and that this video was okay.
Yes, it was okay. Oh my god. What is wrong with the man who took her in? That's what Dude, if I had a girlfriend and like after a year she's like, "Oh, I'm a baby," I'd be like, it's over. Unless she was Asian.